And who am I? I'm Margaret Ann Windsor. I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace when I was 2 years old, 1941. Somehow I miraculously got across the pond. That's, between here and Great Britain. I was brought to Moulton, Alabama, and given the name of a twin, Peggy, and Dempsey. I married Childers. Both twins were killed by their mother, Lina, a psychopath, and yes, she was diagnosed a psychopath by Dr. Kenneth D-O-N, Donald Reagan, R-A-G-A-N, and he's a good doctor, and he was run out of town. He ended up in Pensacola, Florida, and he replaced Dr. Wilhoit, who I had written about in the medical malpractice book, and it was entitled MD, A License to Kill. I was living at Moonraker Apartments in Marietta, and Larry Flint was shot in Lawrenceville, and the person was programmed to shoot him and kill his attorney. And I could go on and on. All of these, I had antifreeze put in me April Fool Day of 80, and had a letter from the FBI, June the 23rd of 79, and then the antifreeze, and all these illegal acts that have been done to me in plain sight. I put them on YouTube. They've done, believe me, the Americans, you have done everything in sight. The sick, knowing I've watched you on a one-to-one basis, and here's what's happened. My father was Edward VIII, never married Wallace Simpson. She married a double, look-alike, and they stole my father's identity. My father was married to Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, sister to artist Georgia O'Keefe. So that was all. My dad was gotten rid of, shoved over. That was the illegal takedown, the 99-year seal. When does the red flag go up? 99-year seal? That I'm born in 39, and that 99-year seal covers up the illegal crimes done. I'm Victoria II, heir to the British Crown. Now that everybody loves Elizabeth. Her father, George VI, and remember the movie, The King's Speech, made him out to be a hero. You never saw 1 ounce or word of truth in the movie. Then you got the Queen with Elizabeth. She's illegal, he's illegal. Little George, named after the man that helped kidnap me and take down my father and give away Great Britain. This little George, William and Kate, named after. Just bypassed Charles and Camilla, maybe because Camilla's divorced and was Catholic or Catholic. They tried to say my father, which is all a lie, married Wallace Simpson, American divorcee, twice, etc., etc. In reality, the whole thing was, you should see the charges against my father. A double married her. My father was married to my mom, who was a school teacher. You know the reason the Illuminati, the Freemasons, and my Uncle George got rid of him? Because he couldn't be bought. He was the good man and all of it. And I'm his daughter, and I'd like to see his name cleared, restored, mine and my sons, and I hope and pray they're still alive. And I wrote about mind control, and then it was in '83 when I was flown out to Larry Flint, who had been shot. And I was in a political campaign to replace the doctor congressman I wrote about, Larry McDonald, whose plane ironically was shot down by the Russians when it veered into their airspace. Now, I've been writing about mind control. That was part of writing about Larry McDonald, because Ward and Rosina Matthews were forensic pathologists at Piedmont Hospital, where his family worked. He was urologist. There was another, that's part of mind control. They can put the pilot under, or the controller, air controller, under mind control. And whoever programs the computers, he can be put under mind control. So nobody likes this, so they'll just call it crazy. They'll call it, and then they'll come up at Sandy Hook. That was a mind control shootings and the little kids that were killed. Hey, I'm the one that's been telling about it and having people do the ugliest, nastiest things to me you can imagine. So I cared. It was you all that didn't care what happened to me. Hey, she's British. I don't care if we did it. What a joke. We can kidnap the monarch, bring her over here, and take down Great Britain and pretend we like them at the same time. And then we install your own monarch, and you love Elizabeth, and you love the very people who sold out Great Britain. Kidnap me. She's my cousin, I hate to say. Now, did I veer off course here? Anyway, they're using mind control. And mind control is not something that someone chooses. They don't even know they have been had, and their behavior's been modified, that they're acting under someone else's wishes and commands. So the crazy part about it is that everybody's let it happen. And I heard something about a mother up at the Sandy Hook. They can't wait to get their children to psychiatrists because they have read the media story and they don't check it out for themselves. You can Google mind control. It has nothing to do with mental illness. They can't wait to take their little kids off to a counselor or to a psychiatrist. When it's all, ask yourself why the psychiatrists and the doctors haven't weighed in with the truth on this. The thing is, this can be proven because certain murders that started happening before 1970 and are still happening can be proven. They were done in patterns. Now, at this point, what's the use when someone has told all this and walked the walk and had the most horrific crimes committed against them and snubbed, oh, well, so you're British. To hell with you. And that's really what they've said. And I want to go back before I finish here. I meant to make this in some other sort of, but I do have one illness. I'm allergic to chemicals, and I have an immune disorder. And when I'm fed toxic fumes, paste, I remember walking in, and the people knew. This is another one, Patel and Shaw's here around Roanoke, that since I came here have become quite wealthy. They own all the motels around here. And I had a Patel tell me in 75 when I'd managed to get, my jobs were shut down, managed to get some money, worked a companion aid, paid a month's rent in November, and he comes in and starts renovating my room, and I call the cops, and the cops say, oh, we'll handcuff you. And you know what? I had to leave because it would have made me so sick. It's assaulted me right in where I stayed. I only stayed there a couple, 3 days. Everything I had was lost. The money I'd saved, didn't have a car, had to get a cab, had to suddenly find a place to be. And Patel said to me, the manager, we're Americans now. We have to do what they tell us to do. Well, hell no, you didn't. You broke the law. You didn't. None of you. This is where FBI gained the, they get the state troopers, the state highway patrol, local law enforcement to participate in what's being done to me in such a high level and got me running around begging. Everybody around here in Roanoke knows it. Huntsville, Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, we can't do anything, is what they say. First of all, if they tell about me to the whole world and the crimes they committed against me personally here in this country, that's a hell of a tale to tell. It's horrible. Call it terrorism. Oh, yeah, it's far and beyond. Who are the terrorists? You are, America. You made me salute your flag, the very flag that killed my family, my country, and me. Where are my children? And I guess that's about what I was going to say. This is not exactly the way I was going to put this one up. But when you've got your law enforcement committing the crimes and you, the citizens, more than welcome to help out, in part because you just didn't care, and the other part is because they got crimes that you committed or your children